Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Life with Liz. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Turn on your post notifications. That way you'll be notified every time your girl posts a new video. Good morning, guys. Up bright and early. Ooh, it's cold. It's raining. I'm on my way to take Kenzie to school. And since I was going to take her to school, since I'm going into town, sorry guys, I'm going to get all my stuff situated in here. Since I am going into town, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the store and run my errands this morning and go by my mom and dad's house. I know that my dad has a refill that needs to be picked up, so I'm gonna go ahead and do all of that this morning. Right now that I'm out. That way I don't have to go back out a second time. But I had been having so many problems with the laptop, and finally last night I had a video ready to go and it got copyrighted. So I was trying to fix it and trying to do a voiceover. My iMovie was so outdated that I kept trying to update it. I had so many problems. So anyway, finally for like a day, it took about a day to get everything situated, so I finally updated that. So now I'm gonna work on the video. That's why I don't want to go back out after I go into town this morning. I want to go and run all my errands, come back and work on the video, because I don't know how long that's gonna take now that I've updated the app. It's all gonna be new to me, so it's all updated. So we'll see how long it takes me, but I do have Gingy taking her to school this morning. But before that, we're gonna try to get a donut before I take her to school. So I will see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I went to take Gingy to school. The donut shop was so packed, so we did not get donuts this morning. I just went ahead and took her to school. She would have been late, so the line was ridiculous. It was outside the door, so we didn't stop to get donuts. I did go by my mom and dad's house, and they were having some issues with their TV and internet, so I went ahead and fixed that stuff for them. They had been out with from watching TV in a certain room since yesterday, and I think it had to do with the internet, because once the I think their internet went down yesterday because of the rain and hailing and all that stuff. I think it went down, but yeah, I got that fixed for them. Just went by the pharmacy to pick up my dad's prescriptions, and now I'm here at Walmart. I'm gonna grab the couple of items that I need. I did go by Fiesta to get fish, and unfortunately they did not have bass, and that's what I like. So they said they're getting a shipment this afternoon, so I'm gonna send Art to see if he can get some, and if not, if we can't find bass, then I guess we're gonna have shrimp tacos instead. But hopefully we can find the fish. So I'm gonna go in here into Walmart. I'll try to vlog in there. If not, I'm not sure, because it is still raining, and you know, I don't want to end up falling like I did last time. So we'll see. Well, I'll be back. All right guys, so I just got the last of the stuff that I needed, but I may be going on a girls trip next weekend. So I've been looking for one of those spray bottles so I can put, I don't want to take a big bottle of the spray that I put on the rose water spray that I put on my face. So I just found one. Thank you to my mama who asked me to get her some chongos. So I just got the stuff that I needed. Oh man, it hurts to walk today. My arthritis is acting up today, and it's really affecting the bottoms of my feet. I hate this. Let me go ahead and check out. I'll be back. Hey guys, I just walked in. I know you guys can tell that my face, my mom, when I walked in, she was like, oh my God, what happened to your face? She goes, you're so swollen. And it was hooded eyes. I couldn't think of the name, but hooded eyes. I have hooded eyes to begin with. My mind went blank yesterday, day before, whatever day it was that I had posted that, but hooded eyes. I have hooded eyes, and so the swelling makes it worse. I feel like I'm doing this because my eyes are really super puffy. But I went and got the stuff for my parents, you know, picked up the prescription. I come back and I was gonna leave. I didn't even take down my coffee cup. I was just gonna fill my dad's pill box and go ahead and take off so I can go edit. I walk in and my mom's like, hey, I made you breakfast. And then she gets embarrassed. For me, it's delicious. It's delicious, and I appreciate her doing that. She didn't have to do that. They're good to me. But I'm gonna eat really quick and I'll be back. Hey everyone, so I just left my mom and dad's house. I refilled my dad's pill box and then got so I label all of his prescription bottles so that it's easier in case I'm not available to do it, or if they need to grab something or somebody has a question. So on each prescription bottle I write down when, according to the pill box, where they're supposed to go. So on the pill box it has like morning, afternoon, evening, and bed. So that's how I write it on the prescription bottle. So I was doing that for the new medication, and then one of the medications, it was 2 small bottles, so I had to, you know, I write the number 1 on the one that I just started, and then the number 2, so that I know which one I'm taking from first and take it from there. And that way everything is organized, and I know, and if anybody needs to put, you know, to get in there to grab stuff, they know what's going on with that as well. So it just makes it a lot easier. But I'm on my way home. I'm gonna edit a little bit, see what needs to be, probably do laundry, because you know that's never ending, and then start getting my stuff together for dinner. Art will be picking up the fish since I could not get it. They said that there was none there when I went, but they did say that there was a shipment coming in this afternoon. So hopefully by the time that Art goes out there to get it, they have it there. And if not, like I said, it's gonna be shrimp tacos. But I'm on my way home. I will see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so I'm in the kitchen making dinner, getting started on dinner. We're gonna do some fish and shrimp tacos tonight for dinner. You know, it's Friday and we're not eating meat, so I can throw this trash in. I'm gonna make some cilantro lime rice, obviously the fish and shrimp tacos, and a little macaroni salad. I already have eggs cooking so that they can boil, but I'm gonna start on the macaroni salad. So I do have celery, so I'm gonna start chopping that up. So I'm gonna do celery, purple onion, pickles, and let me get this chopped up, and then once I have them all done, I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like. And then I do have water boiling. I also have water boiling for my noodles. Where did I put them? I am using the little, the dilatini. So I'm gonna get those going, and yeah, I'll get my mayonnaise and mustard out so I can put that in here. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping my veggies. So I'll be back. Alright, so this is the amount of celery that I'm doing for that one box of pasta. It's about a stalk and a half of celery. So I'm going to go ahead and add that into my bowl. And then I'll get started on the pickles and the onion next. Alright guys, so these are the 2 pickles that I'm going to be using. And I'm just going to get these cut up. And I chop these just like the celery. I chop them really small. I mean, you can chop them up as big or as little as you want. I like them small. I don't like big chunks, so I do chop these up pretty small. So I'm going to finish with these, and I'll show you what these 2 pickles, how much that makes. Because, you know, one was a little smaller than the other, so I'll show you about how much that makes. Alright guys, so those 2 pickles made about this much of pickles chopped. So I'm going to go ahead and dump those in with the celery. So that's what that's looking like. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up my onion and then add that in. And I'll show you guys how much onion I'll cut up and throw in there. And then what I like to do is go ahead and add my mayo in here, my salt, pepper, and kind of mix it up. And then I add my noodles, give it a mix, and then try it again. So let me chop up this onion and I'll be back. Alright, so I ended up chopping that whole onion, but I'm only going to use a little for the macaroni salad. And I'm going to use some for the pineapple mango salsa. So I'm going to go ahead and separate the 2. Maybe add a little more this way. Alright. Okay. So that's how much I put in there. So now I'm going to clean this up and I'll be back. Guys, so I do add a little sour cream to keep it creamy, that way it doesn't dry out. So I went ahead and added that in, and now I'm going to add my mayo. I'll go ahead and add my olives now too, and then that way I can get this all mixed up and I just have it ready for when the pasta comes out. So let me go ahead and drain these. I'm going to add these in there, I'll mix it up, and then I'll get my pasta. Alright guys, so this is what the mixture looks like once I mix everything together. So now I'm just waiting on the pasta to finish, but in the meantime I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up the stuff for my pineapple mango salsa. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start chopping up the pineapple. So I will say again, you know, you can use fresh pineapple, whatever your preference is. You can go ahead and definitely do that. This is just the quickest and easiest way for me to do it. I don't want to go looking for ingredients. So just gonna keep chopping these up until I'm done, and then I'm gonna I have mango here, a jalapeno, I got my limes, and I'm gonna get the cilantro out right now as well. Yeah. So I'm just gonna chop this up and then I'll be back. I'll chop this and probably the mango, and then I'll be back and I'll show you guys. I'm hoping that the jalapeno is a little spicy. If not, I am gonna add a serrano to it, just to give it a little bit of a kick. I do have salsa made, the one that I made last night, so I'm not making any more today. We can finish that one off today. Alright, so I'm gonna finish cutting this up and I'll be back. Alright guys, so I have the noodles in here, and so I'm just gonna cut up the eggs to put in there. I already started with one, and just gonna get these in there, give this a quick mix, and then go ahead and refrigerate it until we're ready for it.
Yeah, it's like my mom.
Yeah. You are. You're my bestest helper. My bestest helper ever. Okay. Alright. So then I'm just gonna mix this up. Give it a taste for salt. I'll add black pepper. Oh, you know what I didn't add was my mustard. Let me grab a little bit of mustard and add just a tiny swig of mustard in here. And then, thank you, kind sir.
We
got the robotic series here.
You want on it or you want on it?
I can't get it out.
I don't know.
Alright, here we go. Just a little. Alright, and then
I don't know.
we'll mix this up.
I don't know what's that more.
Give it a quick taste test.
Not behind you more.
Alright, you want to grab a spoon and go ahead and give it a... Well, you know what? Let me taste it first.
No, hey, my God.
Then what's the point of me tasting?
Yeah.
Well, because then I want a second opinion.
I try it.
No, baby, you can't have this one.
It's got eggs, Mama.
This has eggs, baby.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that one you can have that
You
one.
want to swell up like a pumpkin? Stephanie's like, I'm gonna get one.
I know, I'm like, there'll be a third opinion.
Hey, she said a sample. So.
A little macaroni sauce.
I think it needs a little bit of
Whoa.
salt. Let me add the pepper.
Huh?
No, it's good on salt and everything?
That's good.
Okay.
You can add some pepper, but not salt.
Okay. Alright. So let me just go ahead and add some pepper to this and cover it up and stick it in the fridge. I'll be back. Alright guys, so I went ahead and cut up the mango, pineapple, the purple onion. I did a jalapeno and I'm going to try it, and if it needs more heat I'll do a serrano. But now I'm just going to cut up some cilantro to put in there. And then I'm going to add salt. I did already squeeze some lime in there, so I'm going to add salt and give it a quick taste test and see if it needs anything else. But that's it. This is super easy, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so delicious. With just chips it's good, but with fish, it's so good.
I like
What? You like that?
yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there.
It don't want to out all kind of
Alright, let me grab the salt and I'll be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and added some salt. I'm sure I'm probably going to need more. But just mixing this up, getting all the flavors mixed together.
Can you get more?
I know.
Hi, baby.
I'm,
Alright, so I'm going to give this a quick taste test.
You want guacamole?
It does need a little more salt.
I'm watching you.
Oh, you're eating guacamole, babe?
Yeah.
Mmm.
I make the best guacamole, huh, Gabby?
I was going to show it, but everything's blocking it. Let me put all this. So that's Stephanie's homemade guacamole.
Guacamole.
Hey, but it's good.
Not excited.
She just got off work, so she didn't want to come empty-handed. I told her to just bring drinks, but she brought all kinds of snacks.
I was so here too. I'll hope that one.
Maybe a little bit more lime. I think that's what it's missing.
I want.
But Art got these limes, and they're like humongous.
At first I thought it was an unripe avocado.
Let's go big or go home, right?
They don't even fit in the, what's it called? I gotta cut them in fourths.
Guacamole.
Guacamole.
I want guacamole. I'm watching you, Mom.
Okay, babe. I'm gonna let you.
Huh?
I'm gonna let you. All right.
I'm watching you my fight, Mom.
I know.
That's what you're watching.
I just thought it was like this, and like, that was not like this. I was like, the way I can do right now, woman. You know, you want guacamole and a guacamole too.
And guacamole and chips. All right. Give this a.
No, what? Not.
There it is. Will you pass me a chip? Thank you. You know, it could use a little heat. Stephanie, you think I should add a little bit of serrano in here?
Let's see.
I think I should. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Maybe just to give it a little heat.
I think it's good like that, but I don't.
Okay. I don't think it's good like that.
You say heat?
Yeah.
It just says heat.
Add some more, maybe? Yeah. Add a little. Yeah. All right. So I am gonna go ahead and cut up a serrano in here. So let me go ahead and wash that up, and I'll be back. All right. So while I'm waiting for the sink because Art's using it, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the rice. And that'll be done really quick. So I'm putting in about 4 tablespoons of butter and some olive oil. I'll do about three tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and let that melt down. And let me get my spoon over here. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and get that melted down, and then I'm going to add my rice in here. And I'm going to kind of saute it in there. Alright. So let me go ahead and let that get melted down, and I'll be back. Alright, so this looks good enough. It's got a little bit to go, but it's good. So I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cups of rice in there, and then kind of saute it just a little bit. Let that butter finish melting in there. Alright, so let me saute this a little bit, and I'll be back. Alright, so now that we have this sauteed in there, nice and sauteed, I'm going to go ahead and add water. You can add water, you can add chicken broth, you can add any kind of broth that you want. I didn't have any on hand, so water it is. Alright. So I'm going to add salt to this, and then I'm going to cover it and give it a few minutes. Oh. Alright, I'm also going to go ahead and add my lime juice in there. And you can add as little or as much depending on how lemony, I know it's limes, but how limey you want it. So I'm going to go ahead and let that go. Alright guys, when your rice is almost done, gonna go ahead and add some chopped cilantro in there. And then just kind of, you don't want to mix your rice, but kind of get your cilantro in there. All right, that's good. All right, so I'm gonna cover that up and let that finish cooking off. All right guys, while we wait for the rice, we're gonna make a little drink. So I'm gonna add some chamoy to a bowl here, some tajin. We're gonna rim our cups. And I'm gonna go ahead and add ice.
Someone here is possessed by an owl.
So just doing the second glass the same. Little chamoy, little tajin. Let me get the ice in there. All right, where's my little cup at? Oh, I think it's in the window. Let me go get my little cup. I'll be back. All right, got my cup. So I'm gonna get some of this Smirnoff Tamarindo, and I'm gonna do about 1.5 ounces.
How much nasty? It's not margarita.
It's not margaritas, babe. It's not margarita day anymore. All right. So gonna do. Oh, dang it! I forgot the lemons. So I'll be right back. All right. I said lemons, but I meant limes. So got my lime. So I'm gonna squeeze half a lime in there. Laughing at what Adrian's watching over there. Alright, so it's just squeezing that half a lemon in there. Alright. And then we're gonna fill that up with some pineapple juice. And one over to Stephanie. Go ahead and mix this up. Alright guys, sorry I had to go change the battery on my camera. Made Stephanie wait. Alright, go ahead and give it a taste test, Stephanie. That's good. Yeah. Did you try it with the tajin? Like a margarita type?
It's good, Kim. I'll do it.
Yeah. I'm glad you like it. Right. Cheers, guys. Happy Friday, y'all. All right, guys. So I'm about to make the batter for the fish. So I do have some flour in there, some of this New Orleans fish fry. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. If I can get it open. Okay, garlic powder. Onion powder. Black pepper. A little baking powder. Okay, maybe a little tiny bit more. Okay, and salt. All right, a little bit of cayenne pepper. That's good. So I'm gonna mix this up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add beer in here, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's all combined. All right, guys, so this is what the batter looks like when we're done. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand this over to Art, and see if he will be so kind as to vlog the fish and shrimp. So let me go ahead and take this out to him.
So we got the fish going. Looking scrum-diddly-umptious. Batter. Got the fish in there. Kind of see through it a little bit, but only advice I can really give you about the fish, to be honest, is leave it alone. Don't mess with it too much, and leave it alone. Sometimes when you mess with it too much, it tends to fall apart, you know, and then the breading doesn't stick to it very much. So the best thing to try to do is don't put too much where they stick to each other, and make sure that you only put like 4 or 5 at a time, you know, so they have their space. And then as soon as they start floating real good, getting nice and hard, when you pick them up and they don't bend, then they're good to go. Alright, so they're starting to look a lot better now. Get nice and golden. And like I said, you know, you want to pretty much, like, see how you pick that up? See how there's no real bend to it? These are pretty much almost done already. This is what happens when you put the batter too close. They stick together. But like I said, if you don't mess with it, then you'll be alright. So as long as you just keep moving the ones away that are already floating, you shouldn't have no problem at all. So you can see how they're floating around. That's what you want. These are almost done, so I'm going to go ahead and take these out. Try to get all the grease off of them as much as you can. These are beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to get some more bass. You want to be kind of quick about it too, because you want to make sure oil stays at the right temperature. Or you just get a nice little batter, splash it to the side a little bit like that, and drop it in. Bam, that's simple. Same thing. Rub it all in. Splash it to the side. Pour it right in. I usually do about 4, unless you have a bigger disc. Mine's not real big, so. And that's it. And they'll fry in there like that for a little bit. And then in a little while, once it starts to get a little bit of a hard coat on it, then you want to stir the bottom of it and get them to rise to the top a little bit so it'll stick to the bottom. But I'll show you that here before I start to stir them up. And every so often you want to invest in something like this if you can. And you want to check the temperature on it. After I throw it in, it should go down to about 300 probably. And then as it starts to cook, it will climb back up. So right now I'm looking at, let's see, 286. So it'll start climbing right now. Okay, so now what I normally do is I just stick it up underneath and kind of move them around a little bit away from each other. Stick it underneath. That one was rolled right over. That one got a little step right there. Boom, see it came apart. You guys kind of get the drift now, right? See how they don't stick no more? They just kind of float around. That's what you want. But don't do it too early. Let it sit there for a good 3 to 4 minutes before even trying to move them, or they'll start breaking apart. Trust me. Okay, I just put the shrimp in, and I'm going to end up covering them all up. Yeah.
Hey guys, so Art finished up the fish and the shrimp. We already tore into it. Everybody ate. Me and Stephanie are the last ones eating. And how is it, Steph?
Really good. Everything came out good.
Tide Pods
Yeah, food was really good. It hit the spot.
It's a small detail, but when enough of those details are melted together,
Everything was good. The fish, the shrimp, everything was really good.
$0 delivery fee for a limited time.
But I'm gonna finish eating, make sure that Art gets something to eat, and we'll be back. Hey guys, so dinner was amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Good Friday meal right now for Lent. Excuse me, if you like fish, shrimp, bomb. It really good. I hope Art's tips and tricks on how he does the fish, how he fries it up, helped you somewhat. Definitely a must make and must try meal. But that does conclude today's video. Make sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time.